Welcome to Undecked.
Real quick, before we really get into it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
What the fuck is Jake Sprouting, dude? Planning for a cruise. Like, the cruise is already put and set. Like, I don't get what he's working on.
Literally, he could just do that any other day because he doesn't work.
Yeah. And it's like, okay, so one time we had a draft and he knew about it weeks before.
Yeah.
And I call him up. I'm like, hey, the draft's about to start. He has to do it virtual because he's out of state. And he's like, I'm like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, I'm cutting the grass right now. I'm like, dude, the draft's about to start. He's like, dude, I can't make it. I got to cut the grass. I'm like, really? You only knew about this for how long?
Right.
He's a goofball.
Yeah, dude. Well, that's because I missed the draft this time around is because Jimmy. I told Jimmy, I said, listen, I'm going to be getting Caden around that time, so just auto draft me or something. I mean, I'll let you know, but and that was like 2 days before, and then he texted me, hey, you coming? I said, no, man. Remember, I'm picking up Caden, so no. I'm not coming. And it was like 2 minutes before we were supposed to be there.
Right.
And then he goes, yeah, it was like ridiculous. I was like, if I wasn't there already, like, I don't usually run late to things. I run early to things. I do run late, but not for like, family, or important things, like all that stuff, like him bringing that roast late last year to the fucking Christmas or whatever, Yeah,
he's like that.
Jeez, that was.
We always start. We actually
like,
change it because of him because he's always late.
Really?
Yeah.
That's hilarious, dude. That's awesome.
But you verbally told him, and plus
that's
a valid reason why you couldn't make it is because you have your son.
Yeah. And it was a easy thing. I said, hey, I'm probably not going to be there, blah blah blah. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody in the room knew.
Yeah.
It wasn't just me doing it last minute. It's crazy, dude.
I know. Then you got kicked out. Like, you thought you were in the league, and then you got kicked out the day of the draft. You're like, wait.
I know.
Why didn't I
was like, am I in the league?
Like, I told you guys days before that I was going to make it, and you guys waited till the draft to kick me out? Like, what the fuck,
you could have just said, hey, if you're not going to be here, then we're going to have to just drop you from the league this year.
We're like,
easy. I would have been like, okay, fine.
It's either
no biggie, dude.
It's fantasy football or your kids. Pick your fucking choice.
Yeah. Make a fucking right now.
You're like,
we need it
now. Okay.
You're like, yeah, man. But yeah, no, Jake shouldn't be. What is he doing, man?
I don't know.
It's like
he's a goofball.
We were planning on doing this, and then if we didn't plan on doing it, because if he could have just said, no, man, let's not do it. Can we push it to tomorrow, or can we?
Yeah.
Anything. Can we do it Sunday? I mean, I could be Sunday evening. Sunday at this time, not a good idea, but Sunday around right on like 5, after a drop off Cade, and we're good to go, But whatever, dude.
I mean, his priorities are so fucking whack. And my thing is, like, it's not even that, like, he decided to think of the cruise right now. Like, what are you doing? Like, are you shopping online? Like, I want to get the swimsuit or some shit. Like, what are you doing?
Oh, yeah. Like, why? What are you doing for the cruise itself? We need to know. We need answers now.
we should give him a call, but he probably won't answer. So we'll talk about, like, maybe Nostradamus.
Nostradamus.
Do you know much about this fella?
No, honestly, no. I know he was a prophet, prophesied things. Other than that, no, I have no idea. And he was from, back in the day. And when I say back in the day, I'm using it loosely because I have no idea what it was. Like BC.
Could you give me a guesstimate how old you think? Or back
how old when he prophesized all this stuff? Let's say maybe like, I don't know, 500 BC or something. Maybe. Am I close?
No.
No. Was it 80? 80 was like dinosaurs and shit, right?
He was in the 16th century. So he was around 1547.
Oh, 1600s. Okay.
Like, he was around 1547.
Well, I was way off.
So, yeah, but you were...
See, 1547 doesn't even seem like that was that long ago. Like, that seems... I mean, you think like, how long people have been, like, not recorded time, but, 1600s... It doesn't seem that far, and in theory, we haven't been on the Earth that long. I think it's the recorded 6,000 years, and the Earth's been around for like 20,000 years or something like that. Maybe 200,000 years. I don't know exact.
Much longer than that.
There's no science involved in my thinking. Yeah, there's no science in my thinking here.
It's more like billions. So Nostradamus, he began making his prophecies in 1547. Sorry, so he wasn't. It's not like he was born in 1547. He published his first preface, though, in 1555. So
prophesized.
Yeah.
Prophesized. Like fucking.
It's hard.
Prophesize. The only reason I know about Nostradamus is there was a show on Sci-Fi, dude, that my parents would watch all the time. Like, basically, when we got, we're younger, it's like they pick whatever they want on the TV when it's TV watching, Yeah. And it would be like, TV guide, we're watching Sci-Fi, because my dad loves Sci-Fi and my mom didn't really care. And anyway, it was, what was it called? I want to say it was called First Wave. I was going to say The Third Kind, but I think that's a movie, or multiple whatevers.
I think it was The Fourth Kind, but yeah.
Well, no, that's a movie. Mm-hmm. The Fourth Kind, I think, is the movie. The show is called First Wave, and it's a guy that basically figures out if aliens are taking over people, or they came down and basically look like humans or whatever, and they have this whole agenda and conspiracy sort of thing, and blah, blah, blah. Anyway, he would always say, like, Nostradamus predicted this, and so, and blah, 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 and whatever. And that's probably the first time I've ever heard about Nostradamus. And it was, like, just a TV show. But I think he would, like, use some of the prophecies that he prophesized. Yeah, dude, what the fuck? Prophesized. And like, use them in the show or whatever as, like, the ending, end quote or something, something like that. Anyway. Continue, sir.
Well, what's crazy is, like, he's been right about so many things. So, like, the first, like, there's supposed to be 3 antichrists, right? So, he predicted there's 3 antichrists, and the first one that he predicted was Napoleon, and that dude killed so many people. And how he did it was he predicted where Napoleon was born at, and his name. Said he was going to become, and like a lot of people don't understand is like his language of how he wrote. It wasn't like, it was a different language back then. It was still English, but it was different, right?
Yeah, more Latin probably based.
Yeah, something. I mean we use so much slang words now and shorten stuff shit because we're lazy. They were smarter back then.
Yes,
but like.
100%.
So he predicted that. Then he predicted the second Antichrist. They say was Hitler. Hitler was the second Antichrist, and then now they're saying
who's the third?
Well, they don't know yet.
What? Donald Trump.
Well,
not my opinion, by the way. Not my opinion.
Well, they say that it's coming soon, but we just don't know when. Like, there's not, like, a time frame of how far apart it was.
Huh.
Yeah, but his predictions...
Right, he didn't put the dates down.
Not, so to speak. He has put certain dates down, but, like... So he predicted 9/11 when that happened. He predicted... And his predictions go all the way to 3797. So 3,797 years.
I feel like there's... things that are the terms like he would use for, let's say, the Twin Towers falling, were basically it was like it wouldn't match the words exactly. So you think to yourself, what are they really talking about? Are they talking about big boulders that are getting blown up or something? Or I mean, I know there's a lot of like different theories about the different prophecies, right? So he predicted some stuff and was right, but there was no time on it, right?
Well, like,
was there time on some of it?
Well, I like Nostradamus never predicted the world gonna end or anything like that. But like,
well, damn, we would know.
I know
what about the Apophis, the comet that's supposed to hit us that passed. Anyways, no, let's going off topic. Go ahead.
Well, like
Nostradamus.
So like, well, like the thing is, what's crazy is like, so you know, like Isaac Newton was a very smart dude, right? And he predicted in 2060 that the world was gonna end in 2060. But like it was just based on his Christian faith and his belief that the future events were predetermined by God. You know, I don't know. Like it's just like he just believed that 2060 would be the mark of the beginning of a new era. I guess I don't know. I mean,
2060.
2060. Is that what you said? Yeah, it's not far away from now.
Huh. Yeah, that's
But like they're saying that it might be might be because of war. But like back to Nostradamus though, like so he. Like how you talk about like a boulder hitting a big building or whatever. So like he actually has He has drawings of like planes, like pretty accurate or helicopters and stuff like that. Way before his time.
Way before.
Like very accurate drawings. Like he literally could see in the future.
Well, what I was getting at was the fact that he's basically he's saying some things that could be taken different ways. You know what I mean? Like, it would be... I can't really give you an example, but what I mean is, like, people could determine what he's saying differently, as opposed to it just being, hey, he predicted the 9/11.
Well,
you know?
So, I get, like, I think I get what you're saying. So, like, some people say, like, hey, 100 years from now, there's going to be a bad accident and a plane's going to crash or some shit like that. Like, some stuff, it's like, yeah, shit's bound to happen, and if you spread it out in a long time period, you're going to get it. But he was accurate about a lot of the things, not just like 9/11, but so there was the Great Fire of London. He predicted that. The French Revolution, he predicted that. He predicted the assassination of John F. Kennedy. And the fucking moon landing. So that's a lot of shit that he predicted, and he was right. I mean, that's pretty badass, man. I mean,
that is pretty crazy, dude. I don't know.
Then you think, what are you and I doing? We ain't doing shit.
Yeah. We're sitting here bullshitting about it.
No one's gonna talk about us, 200 years from now. Oh yeah, that fucking Kyle and Mark. Yeah. They talked about someone else that's better.
They talked about better people. They just talked about it. Didn't even go in depth. There's all kinds of
just a grasp
and shit.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of different movies and documentaries, but Kyle and Mark, my God, they knew what to talk about with Nostradamus.
Yeah. They recapped the pinpoint.
Apparently Hitler, atomic bombs in Hiroshima, assassination, John F. Kennedy, Napoleon, climate disaster. I don't know about climate disaster, but whatever.
Well, talking about these the big floods, like earthquakes and stuff, like Haiti and stuff like that.
So how do you think he got these? Like, how was he able to predict all these? Do you think he was a child and he just goes, "Hey, Mama, Dada, I can see things."
No.
I see dead people.
Yeah. He's like, you guys are gonna have an affair. No,
Yeah.
No,
Daddy's gonna die. Daddy's only 12 years old, and he goes, Daddy's gonna die at 32. Mom and Dad got married at 11 years old. Like,
well, don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on this, and I should really just look it up.
Quote.
But yeah, just straight up quote this. So I don't know how many kids he had, and I don't know how long he was married, but I think he had at least 2 kids, right? And like that was around the plague, the Black Plague, and unfortunately they died, but he survived. And then like he's just this lonely old guy, man, and he's just like by himself. And then something hit one day, and he just started.
Where'd he live? Like,
I think it was France. We should look this stuff up. But
probably should just throw on the Wikipedia just to be sure. Like,
but like,
I mean, I just was curious. Okay, he was a French astrologer, apothecary, physician, and reputed seer. That's known for his book Les Prophéties, a collection of 942 poetic quatrains. That's what they would say. The quatrain was Nostradamus in that show.
Yeah. So keep going.
Okay, I just was trying to see.
Well, it says that he was
how long he lived.
Well, he was born in a wealthy family in South France in 1503. So I guess he lived the high life.
Oh,
whatever that would
plague.
be. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He had the plague. But where did
Damn, his whole family. He had a wife and 2 children. Died in 1534 during another plague outbreak.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. So they had 6 children, 3 boys, and 3 girls. That's a big family.
This was a different family. He remarried to Anne Ponsaré.
Oh, that's what I'm looking at right now. Okay, so he was married twice.
Okay, yeah. And had 6 children with her. That's a lot of fucking children.
Especially at that time,
Jesus.
too. I mean, there's not a lot to do, though. Back then, honestly. I mean, seriously. There was nothing,
what? So,
man.
but...
There was hangings.
He had any genuine... Academic resources reject that he had... Or the notion that Nostradamus had any genuine supernatural he wasn't a prophet, basically, and maintained that the association made between world events and Nostradamus quatrains are the result of sometimes deliberate misinterpretations or mistranslations. These academics also argue that Nostradamus' predictions are characteristically vague, meaning they could apply to virtually anything and are useless for determining whether or not their author had any real prophetic powers.
Yeah, but now you're going off Wikipedia, right? I mean, like, so that's what.
Yeah. I was just kind of reading, like, that's kind of related to what I was saying.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to read that, but yeah, I am on Wikipedia.
No. I mean, like, and anything's possible.
So I was just trying to get a base for it.
People always like to shoot stuff down. But yeah, so he first married in 1531, but his wife and 2 children died in 1534 during another plague, like you said. So that's where I got the 2 children from, and then he went and fought alongside with doctors before remarrying and having 6 more children with another. He doesn't.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, dude.
Like, he doesn't have any predictions for this year, really. Nothing, like, notable.
No?
It said if certain zodiac signs, you could become a millionaire this year. I don't even know what my zodiac sign is.
So he's a zodiac predictor?
Well, for this, he predicts kind of, I think, anything under the sun. I guess whatever comes to mind. Actually, some of the stuff about him, like, you can watch some of the shows.
Wait,
on, like,
you don't know your sign?
I could look it up.
What am I? I thought I was something. I'm a Capricorn. That's what it is.
Capricorn.
Yeah, I was trying to look it up real quick on Google, but it just says it didn't give the time.
No, it doesn't.
You know what, month to month.
Oh, here we go.
Now it's giving me a fucking sign.
I'm a Virgo.
Dates and symbols.
I'm a Virgo.
You're a Virgo. Oh, I got it now too. Yeah, but it doesn't give me Capricorn over here. Why doesn't it do Capricorn on this list? Like, I'm literally like, it says, AI overview. The dates of the 12 zodiac signs are, I'm not going to go through it, but there's not 12 here.
Oh, you don't have one.
There's 5 and 5, and it doesn't go to the other two, which are Cancer not Cancer, Capricorn, maybe Aquarius. Yeah, Capricorn and Aquarius aren't on this. Why does it do that? That's so weird. It says 12, but it only lists 10.
Just put January.
Well, I know it is January for sure, but
yeah, Capricorn. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's like
so you don't matter. You don't matter that much. AI's like, I don't give a shit. All right.
AI does not care about Capricorns whatsoever.
It sounds like you're like
no notable people.
A Capricorn sounds like it's like some like failed college football team. We're the Capricorns.
We're the fucking Capricorns, baby.
We won 2 games last season. Hell yeah. I know better. Like we almost won a game.
Caps, dude.
We almost won.
Mm-hmm. We did. We won. No, it's like it's on Google. It says no notable people born in January.
No one to talk about. Well, no wait.
Yeah, no one important.
Wasn't
whatsoever.
MLK born in January though?
Yes, I believe so. Yes. Yeah, Martin Luther King Day was 2 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah, but that doesn't.
It was on a Monday. I don't know if that means it was his birthday or not.
Yeah, January 15th, 1929.
15th. 1929.
So he's notable.
I think Yeah.
So that helped you.
Well,
out.
apparently all these, thanks, buddy. President Trump was getting, on his first day, he wrote all these things, to sign these orders, and one of them was declassify the documents for JFK and release MLK's documents as well.
100%.
All for their assassinations.
Yeah.
And I don't know if they came out yet, but I've been scrolling through TikTok, and I know that's really a really place to learn. A lot of information. So. And I'm being sarcastic. It's not an adequate source of information. You might hear some things on TikTok, but you really need to do your own research on the subject. But it can introduce that. What I like about TikTok is that it can introduce you to these different things that you didn't know anything about. But you can also go in and go, okay, now that I know this may have happened or this person was this way, I can do my own research now. Maybe I didn't think about it before, No,
that's an accurate statement there. It's actually pretty wise to go to social media for your information to a certain degree, then like you said, do your own research. I think it was this week or maybe it was last week. I can't keep up, but they actually during the briefing at the White House, they even said like, "Hey, we welcome podcasters."
Oh, I love that, dude. Independent media.
Yeah, because
social media.
Because everybody's because the news has been so far left that you're not really getting the news. You're getting propaganda. So
right.
I mean, it's
you're getting basically
you're getting their political agenda.
Correct. Yeah, you're getting their political agenda. That's why social media is such a big thing. But even then, you have people on social media that are misleading to represent a political side too. But either way, having somebody and inviting social influencers or whatever social media reporters, if you will, in at when they have every presser, which is I think almost every day. Not every day, probably Monday through Friday, but inviting people that are on social media to come and sit down at there. I mean, that's just unheard of. I think that's awesome.
I agree.
Because there's a lot of like I said before, you get a lot of information through TikTok, you get a lot of information through social media that maybe you never heard of, never known about, but continue to do your own research, but you can learn a lot, and maybe not learn a lot, but you can at least start to know what's going on. Like President Trump actually got before he was president. The way I heard about him getting shot at and got hit in the ear And the FBI RIP that got killed, the FBI agent that got killed, that's the first thing I saw it on was TikTok. You know, because it's like, you know, you're sitting there, you're bored, you're thumbing through your phone, and boom, and then you're like, no, that can't be real. And then you go on like a website or go through Google and search, you find articles that lead to whatever, and then it goes, wow, it did happen. You know, like I was like, no, this is just some AI BS, you know. But anyway, that's why social media is definitely a good thing, and it can be like a bad thing too. But I think it's generally a good thing to at least learn. You know, not learn, find out things.
No, I agree. Yeah, I mean, you gotta. I mean, at the end of the day, with anything, really, you gotta. You know, you learn, you listen, and then you take what you know, think is the most credible. What makes the most sense to you.
Absolutely.
You know, so they signed that executive order on January 23rd.
That's awesome.
You know,
I was hoping I don't. Like I said, I don't know if they released it. I haven't really I don't usually follow politics whatsoever. But so I don't know if they released the documents or not, and honestly, I don't think they did. But that is the end goal, is to make the FBI release it. And I think with our new FBI director, I think he's going to help shed some light onto all the things the government's been hiding and not or lying about or whatever. And I think we're just going in a good direction where there's transparency, where there should have always been transparency. Besides, like, maybe the, you know, special forces being deployed to try to rescue somebody in God knows where, you know, that stuff shouldn't be told to us, right? That's classified as hell. Or developing new tech weapons or technology or something shouldn't be told to us. But in a lot of things, we should have a lot of transparency.
No,
and know where our fucking money's going.
Well, like, so to answer that question, so like I said, the executive order was January 23rd, right? So they had to present a plan within 15 days for the full and complete release of the JFK assassination records. Then they will immediately review the records related to RFK and MLK Jr. assassinations and present a plan for the release within 45 days. So it sounds like within 45 days it's going to get released. So
it sounds like we're gonna know exactly what the hell happened. That's awesome. Good.
I don't think
we should know. We should know.
I mean, especially when it comes to people like that, the leaders like that.
Yeah.
They hide it because they hide. You know, like Trump even said on a podcast. He said there's reasons why things aren't let out because it's what you think it is.
Oh, that's a good way to phrase it too. I believe it. I mean, I obviously.
He's a straight shooter, dude.
What's happening?
He doesn't.
Yeah, exactly. And that's
what you need. Tell it how it is, man. You are the most powerful person in the world, literally.
Yeah, just you. Even though it might sound bad, you know, the people should know, right? The people should know.
Yeah, have trust in the people. I think you show people honesty, and you prove to them that then you can put trust into them. You know, to a certain degree.
Right, absolutely.
Be like, hey, they said it. Right. You know, like we got to believe it. To a certain degree, you know.
Right. Or to a certain. Yeah. I get you. Yeah, it's kind of a crazy thing to rely on. You know, watching. You used to be able to maybe watch the news on TV and be like, oh shit's going down, or this president doesn't want this policy because of this, or blah, 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 and it would be believed almost every single time they would open their mouths. It would believe because that's how we got our information. That's how the generation before us got their information, was through the fucking news. They got bought by their parties or whatever to represent them and twist the narrative, you know? Yep. So I'm glad, I'm happy with the way things are going. So super happy. So I just think we're gonna look forward to that shit, you know. And we need the info about aliens, dude. We need that info. Well, I think we're all begging for that info, dude.
Trump did say he was gonna come out, and he's like, "That's ridiculous that they haven't even told people about what's going on with those UFOs over in New York and New Jersey and whatnot." And he's like,
"Well, they did. They actually, yeah. Go ahead."
And he's like, that's not even the only ones either. What were you gonna say?
Okay, so apparently he did release information, but this is a little different. It was through that press secretary. I forget her name, but there was a question about that specific things, all the drones and stuff over Boston or wherever out east, and apparently was all sanctioned by the FAA. And I think they also said it was some hobbyists as well. Well, here's the other thing. That's not a lot of information. I mean, it could just be military testing. We knew it was something shady, and it probably still is, and that's probably how the way it's spinning in that, because it's something we can't really talk about, or he can't really confirm. But he said it was he didn't specifically, but the press secretary said, hey, it's the FAA cleared all of it, and blah, blah, blah. But he also said, specifically Trump said, right after, like, there was a session at Congress or wherever it was. He's out walking, and the news caught him and goes, "Hey, what's going on with these drone sightings and blah blah blah? Did you get brought up to speed on what's going on with the UFOs?" And he said that he was briefed on it and he can't talk about it, but he said it was probably cleared and it was probably military. But he said he was briefed on it, but it was kind of alluding to that he was hiding the truth a little bit from it because he couldn't talk about it. Yeah. You tell us aliens are here, we already kind of know, dude. We just really, like, can I stop paying my bills now because the aliens are here? Like, can I quit my job? Are we all gonna just obey the aliens now? Are they our kings and queens? What are we doing?
Well, I look at it like if they're I think that they're out there. I mean, it's kind of foolish not to think there's some kind of
sure.
form,
100%.
But I mean, if they're out there, obviously they're not bad people. Or bad.
Right, we would have been like overthrown already, I think, at this point. Yeah. And ruled as underlings or slaves or something,
Yeah.
But I definitely think, dude, aliens are
real.
Yes. Yeah, real. Yeah. Sorry, I was distracted. I got a text. Real for sure. If they're here, I don't know. But because I would assume, you think about all the different galaxies and all the different planets that are in the Goldilocks zone of these galaxies, which there are, and they've found some. I'm not specific on it, but they did. And so you think all these planets have the same makeup as the Earth. You'd think they would have life on it, human or intelligent life. Not that we're intelligent, but according, compared to our other beings on this planet, we are the most intelligent. That being said, there should be similar species on those planets. That being said, we could also have a completely different alien race on other planets that don't use oxygen like we do. They may be using carbon dioxide.
Yeah, they might not be able to survive
monoxide or whatever.
Well,
they might not be able to breathe our air.
If they can get to our planet,
maybe it's all helium. Maybe they talk like this. Maybe they talk like that, and it's a helium.
Well, if they
shut up.
If they can get to if they can come to Earth, they're more superior beings than we are.
Yes, and because they're going to have better technology. They're going to have maybe faster than light travel as well.
Well, so when you travel at the speed of light, though, if something's 15 light years away, it's still going to take, and you can speed at the speed of light, it's still going to take you
15 years, yeah. Yeah, but faster than light. So faster than light travel.
Well, no.
If you go to the speed of light, 15 light years, that's going to take you 15 years if you're going the speed of light. But that being said, they would either have faster than light travel, or they'd have like maybe wormholes they can open up, like black holes that they can go through and not, die. Either way, they're far smarter and they have the technology to get here.
Yeah.
Or, they're in our solar system and we don't see them because maybe we can't, or they're hiding that much or whatever. But either way, or they're hiding it, you know? I mean, bases on the moon, bases on Mars, you know? Whatever. I don't know, dude. Spitballing here.
You see back there?
Oh, yeah. What's up?
On the camera?
Just your head.
Barely. You're like I can barely see you. I mean, I can't. The camera quality is not the best. So yeah, no, I can see that.
You're good. Oh man.
Yeah, don't worry. It's all good. We're not recording the video.
Yeah, the video's not being recorded.
Yeah, and the California King you got. I can only see your part of the bed.
Yeah. Well, it's actually Alaskan King.
What the fuck is an Alaskan King?
What's Alaskan?
Is that bigger than a California King?
Yeah. It's like two king size beds together.
No.
Yeah. Look it up.
That's not a real thing.
Oh my gosh, dude. It is such a real thing. You've never heard of it? You look it up. Look it up.
No.
Look it up.
I'll look it up right now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Alaskan
Right to my Delta Blue
King
jeans, right?
bed. Literally said I put Alaskan King bed. Like I put in Alaskan and it autofilled King bed for me.
Yeah, you're not on that level.
It's not gonna. Oh, size. Yeah, let's see size. Okay, it's comparing them. Wow. Well, it's quite a bit more length. It's a 9-foot by 9-foot bed. What's California King though? Then
It's like, I want to say 70
California King. It's not giving me. Oh, it's 72
inches.
By inches by 84.
84.
84 inches long. So basically, Alaskans they're kind of giving me So it's 9 by 9. So that's 9 times 2 is 18. 9. So it's 108 inches width and length. Yeah. Well, I could have just read it on the bottom section here, but I did the math. I'm smart. 9 by 9. Yeah. So 108. So it's not cool. It's basically, it looks like about a third less, but longer in length. Or a third more. Alaskan King's a third more, basically, and width, and the length is 30 more inches.
Let's just say my bed couldn't fit in
Nice.
your room you're in right now. You know?
Dude, yeah, no shit. That'll take up the entire master bedroom I'm in.
Yeah, I'm in my master bedroom right now. It's huge.
Yeah.
Like, look at.
I know. Well off. Dude.
No.
Well off. First podcast. That's a reference from the first podcast. Well off.
See my couch.
Whoa, look at that TV, dude.
See my couch.
You got a couch in your... Yeah, you have a couch with your 9 by 9 How does that fit? And you got little steps for the dog. Is that what that was?
No, I don't have a dog.
Yeah. I don't know.
That's just a.
I know you don't have a dog, but...
That's just the.
Oh, it's a dresser? Little dresser?
Yeah, it's just a chest. Yeah. Just put extra blankets and pillows.
Yeah, I know. I got one in my room right now. Well, it's my dad's old room that I'm in, and they have a chest in there too, which it's too big. What?
I was asking if you were talking shit about the room.
Oh.
I don't think he would.
No,
I don't think
just
he would
talking.
do that, especially when you're 8 months pregnant. Definitely wouldn't say that.
Yeah, no, I'm not. I don't. Should get on here and tear me a new one for sure.
Like Jake did show up.
Yeah, no. Jake's planning for a cruise that's already been planned.
Yeah, he's planning for.
Sounds
Like, what are you doing specifically at this time?
Yeah, like, are you telling them where to go? We're gonna sail this way, guys. The wind's gonna be in the right.
Dude, he's.
Yeah, that's what Kyle said. He's like, he's not even working right now. He had literally any
All
day.
day.
And could have done it all today before we.
What does his wife do? Does his wife work?
Yeah. As far as I know, she works at least last time I heard, she works at like an eye doctor's.
A hospital?
Eye doctor's.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean,
and I could
shit,
be wrong.
it's not even Saturday. They could plan this all tomorrow. They don't have kids, you know. They don't gotta do kid stuff.
Yeah, we should. Hey, because I always fuck it up for whatever reason. Try calling them. I can't do a 3-way call. It always fucks up on me.
We are recording too.
I know, but This will test this out. See how it works. Don't give me that
What do you
look.
mean? I mean, if I call him, when I hear you speak, you won't hear him speak.
I'll hear him speak.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I will.
Why would you hear him speak?
Why wouldn't I? What's the whole point of a
I
three-way?
have an earbud in.
Okay, I have headphones in. Do you notice the difference when you and I are talking?
Oh, well, okay. I'm sorry. I get it now. The recording software will not pick up the recording
Right.
when we call him.
Yeah.
Is really what I mean.
Yeah.
You're not gonna hear him. Yeah. You're like I have you dumbass.
You're like I have headphones on.
You're like, so do I. What are you talking about?
You're like, yeah, but I'm sitting in this chair. I'm like, oh shit, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
So I bought this cool chair. You
I
see
see
this
that.
cool
Yeah,
chair
why
right
aren't you
there?
using it?
Looks cool.
It's not.
It's not comfy at all.
I didn't think it was gonna. It looks like you took it out of a race car.
It does. Well, I was like scrolling through my TikTok, and they always, advertise a bunch of stuff. And usually, I go to reviews for everything. I'm not gonna just whimsically buy it. Well, I saw an ad, and I was like, okay, I'll do it. And dude, built it. Fucking IKEA'd the fuck out of it. Worst fucking chair I've ever sat in, dude. Not worst, but very not comfy.
You think you just gotta break it in some?
I don't know, but I bought a new one.
So you got.
I bought a different one I haven't put together yet.
Like you buy the same one, right? Yeah, but I got a blue one this time.
No, fuck no. No, it's probably from the same person that advertised this one. Advertised a different. No, the other chair looks way comfier. Way. It's got like, yeah, you'll see it when I fucking put it together. We get back on, because it'll be sitting right there, or I'll be in it. But yeah, it's supposed to be way.
Make sure
better.
it's nice. So when I go there to record, I want to have a nice chair.
Yeah.
Because this chair I got's really nice. Yeah, I like this chair.
Just bring that chair. No, just kidding. That's probably his chair.
It is. It is not my chair. But
Yeah. Yeah.
I want to.
No, I'm planning on. I definitely want to have a setup here that's more. It's better. It's going to be better. I'm going to bring up a table. I'm going to have a nicer table. This table's going to go. This filing cabinet's going to be out of here. It's going to be nicer to where, well, it's going to be able to for all three of us to get together and record. But I need to set it up to where it's.
I think we need.
It's going to be a better setup.
I think we need a better computer.
Yes. Well, I don't. My computer's not the issue. This laptop is a big issue, though. And I think maybe, we might need. I think we need a laptop to have for looking stuff up, and then maybe we have another laptop that runs all the software. Yeah, I'm gonna have this set up completely one day, pretty soon, to it can have all of our recording needs and to be nice and people can move around in it. And it might be a little tight, but it's going to be a nicer quality recording than downstairs. Because downstairs is just, it's too open. Like everything bounced off the walls. Even though I was right next to the mic, it just sounded like it was trying hard to
Did you ever send me the recording to that last one?
To the last one?
Correct.
You mean everything that we recorded? No, I haven't finished. This is our third one. Jake's not here, by the way.
Jake.
But it's just Marcus and I.
Playing in a cruise.
That's not his real name. Yeah, he's playing in a cruise. But what was I saying? I forget.
You said that.
I lost my train of thought.
I asked you if you sent the recording to me. You said
sent the recording. No, I haven't sent it yet. No, I'm still editing it to where I had to match up your voice because you hit pause on your end, and so when you sent me the recording, I had to match it up, and it was just a little bit off in a couple spots, so I had to kind of move it a little bit here, a little bit there.
I thought it was making it easier, but it makes so much sense that it's not.
It was like yes, because I could have cut everything together to fit that, But we were still talking on our end, so it was picking it up. So it wasn't just a blank, so I didn't hit pause too. So it was so our times were way off. They were like 26 seconds
They're
off.
like, why is my recording an hour and a half and his is 45 minutes?
Right. Yeah, you're like, oh, fuck, dude.
This is fun.
But you're like, oh, yeah. So I still got to run through, and I got to take out probably some spots and here and there and blah, blah, blah. But It's and then I can send it to you so you can listen to it. And but if the logo's done, I'd love to post our first one at least to YouTube and try to get the Spotify thing going.
Yeah, it is done. It's a beautiful thing.
Talk that talk, bro. Beautiful thing.
Yes.
It's a beautiful thing. Beautiful. Yeah, let's talk podcast, man. So I'm gonna work on YouTube and I'm gonna get our second one edited. By I think Monday I'll have it done edited. You know, I got my baby boy this weekend.
Yeah, you going to do anything?
Like I do every weekend. You know, it just snowed 3 inches, so I don't know. But no, it's actually less than that. It actually stopped a while back, but I think I always like taking them to like Salvation Armies and seeing what they got because I'm always looking for clothes.
Sure.
So I looked at it and I'm like, I really don't have much clothes for him because all his 4T stuff is out. He cannot fit into it. Like I can't get his big frickin' noggin around the the neck, you know, the neck of the shirt, and because I tried putting one on him one time, and I'm like, stretch it, Caden, stretch it, and he's just laughing his butt off, and I'm just like, stretch it out, and I'm like, oh my god, this thing's way too tight, you know, I don't want to be ripping the clothes. And I had one hoodie. I kind of ripped like a little bit of it.
Yeah.
You know how like sometimes people rip the hoodie out. I did that to it, and he still couldn't fit his head through. And I'm like, shit, time to go through all his clothes again.
Yeah, isn't that
on
crazy,
the 4T
dude?
stuff.
What's he wearing
Yeah,
right now?
it is. He's like at 5. He's wearing the 6 stuff right now.
I wonder if
some
it's
of it,
for girls.
you know. I don't know. Because he's definitely in a 6 for like boys for sure.
Zoe's a 6.
Zoe's a 6.
And Caden's bigger than Zoe.
She looks small.
How much?
Maybe it is different.
How much does little man weigh?
I don't know. I have no idea. I don't remember the last time when he went to the doctors what they said.
Zoe's about.
But he's
I would
heavy,
say
dude.
40. I would say about 40 pounds.
He's right there. He's definitely right there. Like there's no question about it. He could be like 45.
But he is.
He's a
like Caden. He's got bigger bones. He's got bigger feet, bigger hands.
bigger.
It's just
Big bone.
It's
It's also he doesn't have a lot of muscle on his legs either, too. You know, because he's
Right.
underdeveloped as well. So he might weigh the same. You know, he'd just be bigger boned right now.
Well, no, I mean like
you know,
as a boy or men and women.
yeah.
Like for instance, like my brother Craig, he had a son at the same time, basically 2 weeks apart from Zoe. And it was crazy because they looked the same, but then like you look at Lincoln, you looked at his hands, his feet, and they're just bigger. Like all his bones are just bigger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just because it's just your structure different.
Hey guys, thanks. I just wanted to say thanks for listening. We enjoy doing this. We're on YouTube, Spotify, and we're just having a good time here. Hope you liked it. Hope you enjoy, and thank you for listening to